Okay, so a lot of people probably wonder and don't like smoking. I'm not talking about cigarettes. Talking about recreational marijuana. So I'm gonna teach you how to properly do it without getting that harsh cough and that really bad um, dry mouth from smoking, and that way maybe it can change some people's minds, and maybe they other people that didn't want to try it because of the smoking might want to give it a shot again. So basically, what you do is if you're using a pipe, is usually what I'm using, which is right here. So what you would do is you get your recreational marijuana. This is medical, and I do have a card to actually be able to buy this in a dispensary. So you basically just put this inside the bowl, which is if you're using a pipe, this is what I'm using. You don't have to use a pipe. Um, so typically, what I do is to not get that harsh cough. I tend to do about one hit bowls, which is, and by bowls I mean like the pipe has like a bowl, so the amount of marijuana that's in the bowl that is just called a bowl. Um, So you do about one hit bowl. So one hit meaning when you light it, you can pull it in one hit without having to cough or anything like that. I've been smoking for a while, so I can take usually a little bit more now. Um, but typically, the amount of what I put is about that much. Um, it's not terribly a lot, but it's about a hit for me at least. So the best way to do it is when you light the bowl, you pull, and the trick is to inhale. Usually, what I do is I'll light. I'll usually I'm using two hands, so I'll light the bowl and then I'll light it like that. And ow. When I pull in and then I take the pipe out of my mouth and then I pull in more air to get the THC in your lungs. A good and healthy way to do it without getting your lungs built up is to exhale maybe for about you want to exhale after pulling about maybe about a second and a half to about 2 seconds. Some people say 2 to 3 seconds, but 2 to 3 seconds could be a long time. You don't want to hold it in your lungs because when you hold the smoke in your lungs, especially from smoking from a pipe, that's how you get um, tar buildup and all that gunk and stuff. Like basically, it could almost be like smoking a cigarette. That's how you get that built up in your lungs. And smoking this way through a pipe, if you are smoking through a pipe regularly, you want to probably smoke this way up, and you don't want to hold your breath. Like that's one thing a lot of people might do, and they might think like, oh, like it's smoking marijuana. That doesn't do anything. I mean, the THC will still get into your lungs, and that's what gets you high. Um, but typically, you want to exhale immediately. You want the THC to go into your lungs and then come out. You don't want the smoke to just build up in there because it's just not good. So you do it for about 2 to 3 seconds, and I'll demonstrate that. I'm gonna have to do this a different way. So I'm just gonna put this down. Just put that down right there. Let's block that light. So you basically want to go like this. I'm using a filter as well. I'm smoking inside, so filter helps with the smell. And yeah, that's basically it. I did pull for a little bit longer there, but once you pull the pipe away from your mouth, you want to just like if you're at the doctor and the doctor was asking you to breathe. I've personally been to the doctor recently, and the doctor said my lungs are pretty clean, so that's good. That's because I smoke the way I do, and yeah, that's basically how you would smoke recreational marijuana from a dispensary, properly, cleanly, and kind of safely too. You also never smoke and drive. It's the same thing as drinking and driving. It's impaired. It may be slightly different based on alcohol and marijuana. It's a little bit different type of deal there, but either way, smoke safely, drive safely, drink safely if you do drink, and cheers. Hope you enjoy the video. Thanks.